Glorious jelly beans. Every day, people are joining crypto. The growth rates are amazing for altcoins. It's about 55% per year for the past 5 years, which is enormous because stonks are around 10%. Gold is around 10%. And then you have property, which is around 5 to 10%, depending on where you live in the world. So everything's around 10. And then you have altcoins at 55%. Man, that's big. Do you want me to tell you something? If you grew at, let's say you don't even need 55%. If you grew at 40%, okay, for the next, man, this is big, friends. If you grew at 40% for the next 5 years, you will get a whopping 5.3x. 5.3. Okay. Whereas if you're growing at only 10% for the next 5 years, you only get 1.6. Compare a whopping that 5.3 to 1.6. You see how the altcoins, man, they blow everything out of the water. And I didn't even use the real number, right? I dropped it. I just assumed it's going to diminish. So when people are coming to altcoins and they're coming to crypto, what are they looking at? Well, they're going to consistently see posts from Morad saying things like this. The top performing meme coins of October 2024. Okay, so every month these things get posted, friends. And I know we are in November now, but look at these numbers, okay? Bitcoin does a 10. Soy does a 10. Everything's doing 50 plus. That is literally a 5x on top of whatever Bitcoin does. On average, they're coming in for this high-flying stuff. And so you and I have to think, friends, as we play some Pumpy G music for them. Just think. What are people joining? What are they going to be doing? Are they going to sit in slow things forever? No, they're not. Okay, but also you got to be careful with that statement because as I've shown you, in previous cycles, coins were slow for the entire Bitcoin halvening year, all of 2020. And also in 2016, there was stuff that was really, really, really slow. And as soon as 2017 began, you had XRP started its 650x rally, for example. Okay. But the rest of the industry, they're waking up to these. They are. And a lot of people that are adamant, they're going to guess, they're saying, well, these meme coins, okay, they're going to zero. Everything's going to zero. And it's all become because of fundamentals that it's going to hold everything up in the long run. They're right. But what their idea of fundamentals is completely wrong. They think fundamentals is a team building a long-term use case, trying to grab revenue. No, that's stock market stuff. That's not fundamentals of crypto. Fundamentals of crypto is people. Interesting, yes. Let me tell you this. People visit adult pornography websites frequently. There are 33% of the entire internet is visiting naughty websites. 33%. Do people make money visiting it? No. What are they doing? They're obviously getting a dopamine hit, if you know what I mean. So they're going for a dopamine hit. It's costing them time, so they're negative money on that. Well, think about altcoins. Think about crypto. Aren't people getting the same thing there too? There's some sort of fix, you know? Now, I've used adult pornography as just like a parallel to meme coins because that's how everybody perceives them right now. But a more fitting picture for that is memes, cults, religions. But no matter how you spin it, it's a similar thing. Like people do stuff in the real world all the time that doesn't actually make them money. Yet for some reason, when it comes to meme coins or altcoins, people will look at them and they'll put them under a lot of scrutiny and they'll compare them to their expensive VC tech coins. But your tech is great. It ain't worth that much. It has to earn its way. And look, how many more stories of it do we have to see? Look at this. Simon, I recently spoke with a tier 1 project that raised close to 9 figures. That's big. That's about $100 million. After wasting a year of due diligence with Binance, they finally received a listing offer. Binance asked for 15% of their total token supply. This is it, friends. Look at this. Imagine paying $50 to $100 million for a CEX listing. Man, that's big. Okay. Not only is this unaffordable for projects, but these tokens are also the biggest reason for bleeding charts. Something has to change. And I've also got a comment here from Mr. Hex Turbo. So even though everyone praises CZ, he is actually a twat. Yeah, man. Yeah. And it's... Look, the scrutiny, friends, for Richard Hart and Pulse Chain, there's no VCs, dude. There's no hidden unlocks. Do you know why that's powerful? It means people who need liquidity, they need to exit, they have had every opportunity to. Okay, so they've earned... basically, if they still haven't done it by now, they've basically earned their right to get there. With VCs, they get good terms because they get given a good price, but the cost is they have to lock it up. There's a difference. So, I mean, like, I think it's clear to see why. It's literally, it's best to own coins that are just not on exchanges most of the time. In most of these cases. Remember, friends, when I told you how to get a higher advantage, more edge compared to the average crypto participant. Remember, number one was always go on chain. Number one, go on chain. That's really important. Extremely, that's vital. Going on chain. Going on chain is now so common. It like you need it. You need it not just to make money. It's like it's a difference between winning and losing. Okay, and obviously the next one was finding an active community. And if you can't find one, go make one, or you help make one. You know, and then number 3 was key information asymmetry. We saw that with Pulse Chain. You have a sacrifice wallet, for example. Key information asymmetry. Maybe you know, maybe you're in a Telegram or a Twitter. Maybe you can just see information when you tag the other coins. Maybe you can just see people there. Maybe go talk to people there and you get an idea that people aren't abandoning. You know, if people don't abandon, friends, and you have the idea they're not abandoning, you know that's key information asymmetry. That is big, big, big alpha. Because you know, you never really know, okay? But you have high odds that these people are going to pick up the megaphone as prices continue to soar out there in the rest of the marketplace, okay? And of course, that 4th piece of information to get your key edge was developers. Looking for active developers. Obviously, Ethereum has one of the most in the industry, but this is very conditional on depending on the chain you're looking at. But active developers, it can be a bit of a tricky one because... who's the devs in meme coins? They fly the highest. Who are the devs? Where's the active developers? But maybe you got to change that, right? It's looking at the activity of the nodes. Maybe in a meme coin or a community altcoin, there's no devs. Like in Bitcoin, it's not about the devs there. It's the people, the KOLs, the believers, the Max Kaisers, the Michael Saylors. Michael Saylor's like a dev, you know? So if you have that information, that's your conviction to hold. I also wanted to show you this CoinFashion Direct. It's beginning to dawn on me now that I'm never going to make it with crypto. This upcoming bull run is my last chance. If I don't make it, I will leave crypto and never come back. I can't spend the golden years chasing a pump. So I'm wondering if that's how everybody feels. Like if everybody buckles, is this going to be like everyone's just throwing out the rest of the cycles? But look, man, everyone says that they're just going to leave. That's a bunch of BS, dude. There's going to be money to be made, friends. This industry, it just doesn't disappear. Like, imagine saying, look, I'll show you. Let's look at Amazon, friends. Imagine saying, let's say you're in Amazon and it's like at $8 and you're like, man, if this doesn't pump, I'm never coming back, okay? It did pump. Amazon, $8 and then it goes 100 and it keeps cranking. But what about Facebook, friends? Like if you gave up on Amazon in 2013, look at this. Facebook launches in 2012. So imagine somebody said, well, Amazon's never going to pump, and then they leave. But everybody just stays. Let's say you didn't even get Amazon. Man, Facebook still appears, and you don't even have to get the absolute bottom. It still goes on a massive run. This is enormous for stock market boomers, you know, a 7x, 600% gain. So there's always going to be opportunity here. Just the issue is the growth rate. That's what's changing over time. It's not getting extremely low, but it is lowering over time. There's more altcoin dispersion. It's harder to find pockets of low-hanging fruit, but that's where you and I come in. We have to put in the work. And I think it makes it easier when I just share cute pictures of Apu like this. Shout out to little Don and the Apu family. So It's amazing when you think about it. The whole crypto industry was founded on a rug. Think about it. Satoshi abandoned Bitcoin. It was literally founded on a rug. He just quit. See us. You know, so, but we don't call it a rug. Why? It's because the price went up. So if I just show you the Bitcoin price, you see this here, friends? The price eventually went up. But this, by the way, this is where Da Vinci and Richard Hart got in. And it's just interesting, right? It goes up, Satoshi disappears. See us? So, but we don't call it a rug, right? Because price went up. So basically, look, in crypto, prices go up because people join the network. And prices go down because people leave the network. If prices go down and people leave, it doesn't mean they can't come back. Of course they can come back. It worked out great for Bitcoin, right? It doesn't work out for other coins though. You still need that centralized leader, because if people want to be in a leaderless currency, they have Bitcoin, ultimate neutral money. But depending on the parts of the cycle, as we are witnessing, it depends on your flavor. Do you really care about decentralized neutral money when altcoins are flying? No, you don't. Vitalik, friends, you know, Vitalik even tried to step back from Ethereum. You know, in 2022, he was basically going to ghost. He did ghost like Satoshi. Vitalik, they saw it as a victory. They go, well, our ETH BTC ratio is going to keep going up from 0.08. We're done. They don't need me anymore. What happened next? Everything just went absolutely skits, apocalyptic. And then he has to come back. Starts bull posting. Everyone brings him out of retirement. He's got to get the gloves on. But this is what you want, man. This is what you want, man. This is how you get the higher return. It's more risk, but remember what I told you. Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger, the late Charlie Munger, this is how you analyze risk. Your risk isn't that price going up or down. Your risk is what you don't know. Okay? So you can never get it to zero, but you can try to minimize it. You try to think about what are the variables that can screw things up. Also, if you can get in at a low price, think about the world you're playing for. How easy it is to grow from a low price. Being early is important as well. Being early in the cycle is important. And sometimes you just have to admit you can't do anything to increase your edge except just wait longer. And luckily for us, waiting longer, it does cure a lot of the problems. Make sure you like, subscribe, bell button, or catch you in the next one.